Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back. I just did the absolute dumbest thing I have ever done, ever, in my, I have like 300 videos I've made on this channel, but this is beyond stupid. This is the first time I've ever recorded a video, put it onto YouTube, and realized that my mic was muted. Oh my god. Alright, so this is the remake of the video that I put on YouTube. It's the Fusion video. It's basically a review of the Fusion. The Fusion is finally out. The update just hit, and I think this is like, you know, the latest shit right now. So I'm gonna be talking it through. I can't even talk right now. I'm gonna be talking through the Fusion. I'm gonna be taking a look at all the all the new monsters, the ones that are like, you know, freshly introduced. So if you look at the fusion chart, it's pretty clear. You fuse these into this. There's actually a fusion cost, but it's not actually written here, so you're not going to be able to know the price unless you actually have the monsters. But I heard it was something like, for 5 stars it's like $1 million, and then for 4 stars it's like $500,000, for 3 stars it's like $250,000, and then half each time, or something like that. I can't remember. So the new monster is the Shiva and the 2 seasonal Gatitos, the light and dark ones. So, and there's also a Rocky that's out. So we're gonna take a look at their skills and stuff. We're gonna go to their Astro Guide, and we'll take a look at the Shiva first because it's probably the most exciting. So this monster, in my opinion, is super OP. Like, holy shit, he's got basically just 2 nukes. But he has aggression HP on his second skill and battle rush, which restores 20% of his own HP and SP every time he attacks. That is insane. It means that he's able to spam his second skill, and because of his HP based, you know, aggression, you can stack him with a lot of HP, and his first skill will heal himself, meaning that he's able to basically tank, do damage, and you know, do a lot of because of the SP gain and aggression with the second skill. He also, if you're able to get a variant, I don't know how, maybe if you do a fusion and you're super lucky, you might get a variant or something like that. But if you get a variant, you get 5% or 40% HP for dungeons, which is really nice. I think he's just overall really strong monster. Basically, you know, a monster that can pretty much do everything. You know, he doesn't have any types of debuffs, but he's going to be a very strong, like, bruiser type monster, meaning he can like tank damage and then deal damage, and you know, have a bit of sustain and a little bit of everything for himself, really. So that's pretty much it. There's also the Rocky. This is the last boss of Star Sanctuary, and he is this basically, I would say he's just this CC monster. He has 2 skills, like a first single target skill and a AoE skill. He's got morale boost, which is a 30% fill to his own SP bar whenever he attacks, meaning he's going to be able to spam his second skill a lot more. He has shock, which is pretty much the strongest debuff, I would say, in the game. It's basically Death Break plus stun all in one. And it lasts 2 turns, but it only has a 50% chance, which is, I would say, not really that high. But since it's an AoE, in most situations you're probably going to be able to hit at least like 1 or 2 enemies with this shock. So all in all, it's pretty nice. He also has a death blow, you know, critical hit damage 40%, and him being a 4-star, I think that's really nice. There's also a light and dark version of it. The Dark Shiva is, I would say, in my opinion, I don't think is as strong as the light one, but he's also he looks really good. He has Seal, which stops 80% chance to stop enemy passives, and 100% AoE stun on his second skill. I think it's decent, but his base stats look a little bit lower than the light one. There's also a dark version of the Rocky. I'm not sure how you're able to obtain this, maybe through summoning and stuff. but he has shock on his first skill on based on critical hit. So if you have 100% critical hit, he'll have 100% chance to shock, which is actually really nice. I would say that's very strong in like PvP, because if you're able to go the first turn and you're able to apply shock, they're not able to, you know, they're basically stunned, and they're also death broken, meaning that you know, in the next turn you're going to be able to deal a lot of damage and stuff to them. Or in the same turn, your other monster is going to be able to deal a lot of damage, and if they don't die, they're at least stunned, so they can't do anything to you. Fatigue, I think, is also really strong in PvP. From my personal experience, every time I get hit with this, the SP bar just fills really slowly, so it's really hard for you to use your enemies to use your second skill after you hit them with this. But most of the time, it's like, you know, a lot of the arena fights are based on like first turn, so I think shock on a first skill that's like 100% chance is really strong. And him being like a I would say more of like a nuker monster, it would be really nice, because if you can get his crit rate to 100%, he's going to deal a lot of damage as well. So we're also going to take a look at the Gatitos. They're basically natural 3 stars, with the light and dark versions being natural 4 stars. So he has the fire one, I think, in my opinion, is the weakest one. He has recovery down 100%. His second skill is actually a single target skill, so everyone that guessed on Reddit was right, because it would be way too powerful for a 3-star monster to have an AoE 100% chance like Petrify, or like, you know, a bunch of random debuffs like that. But he's a single target monster, so he has recovery down and petrification. The wood one has defense down and fatigue. This is really nice because he's, I would say, really reliable, because the defense down is 100%, and so is the fatigue, and it also lasts 2 turns, which is, I would say, somewhat rare along a lot of the monsters, because most of the monsters that have like defense down on their first skill usually last 1 turn. The water one has attack down and sap, 80% chance. I don't think it's really that strong. I think out of the normal 3 elements, the wind one is, I mean, the grass one is probably the strongest. So there's also a light dark version of those monsters. Oh my god, stop trying to make me refill. They are natural 4 stars, and they're obtained through fusion. You can, if you go into, I probably should not have clicked out of that. Now I'm gonna have to find the monsters again. If you go into fusion, you're actually able to see the light one is made from the fire and water one. The dark one is made from the wood and water one. So wait, we're gonna go back and take a look at their skills really quick. Oh my god, I'm like so confused. So confused on where to click. What? Alright, he's actually right under the Rocky. So he has a 100% chance to sap for 2 turns, and he has an HP aggression skill. I think this is a really strong monster early on, for like early game, because of the way you can gem him up. You basically, all you need to do is stack HP on him, and he will be able to perform and do exactly what he needs to do, because he has aggression based on HP, meaning that the more HP you give him, the more damage he will do. And if you make him tanky, you know, most sappers, you can just build him tanky, and then he's able to land his sap. His sap is really reliable. It's a 100% chance to sap for 2 turns. So I would say this monster might be really strong against a lot of bosses. Definitely, I would say, worth building early on for, like, you know, dungeon progression. Even for me right now, I would say, like, you know, maybe I would try him out. Definitely like later on as a 5-star, and then I can do like a review video once I get that done. So this is the dark one. I would say the dark one, out of all of them, are the best. I mean, is the best. The dark one, it is pretty much made out to be a really strong single target damage dealer, because of, you know, quick stab is basically a single target hit. He has morale boost, 100% chance to increase his own SP by 30%. This is really nice. And he has Hunter, which increases critical hit damage by 50%, meaning that his second skill is going to do a lot of damage if you're able to get his crit rate up. And you are able to spam his second skill quite a lot because of his morale boost, meaning that he's gonna fill his SP bar and then he's basically just gonna keep spamming his second skill over and over again, doing a lot of single target damage. Obviously we can't tell right now because no one has really built him yet. We don't know how well he scales, like the actual attack scales off his attack damage. But I would say, like, just judging from the skills, he's going to be a very, very strong single target nuker. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much everything you know, related to Fusion about the current update. I'm gonna go and try to catch a few of them, and then once I do, I can do some first look videos, and then, you know, if I decide to raise them, I can do some review videos as well. I'm definitely actually gonna raise the light and dark ones, you know, once I have the resources to do so. It's just I have my hands tied up really what's the expression, really tight right now. I don't know. Basically, I have my hands tied up, and I really don't have the resources right now to invest. I'm trying to work on improving my golems team and stuff, and trying to get things going, trying to be able to farm and get more money and raise more 6 stars and stuff. So in the future, definitely you're gonna see some review, or for at least a first look video when I actually obtain some of them. So I'll see you guys in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much, the ones that reminded me that my mic was muted. That was literally the dumbest mistake I've ever made in my whole entire YouTube career. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.